I just thought maybe I should interpret a little bit, just in case some deaf people tune in while we're on.
Fantastic, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for the intro. Yeah, I just thought when we were talking about things that you say in front of children, I was doing a Wiggles concert, and I was one of the hosts of the show. So they have the four main Wiggles, and I was like the host introducing all the songs. And one day I said the word G's, like Gees, which I don't even think it's a word. Like, it's just more like a darn it, you know. And after the performance, I remember like Anthony the Blue Wiggle was like checking Instagram, and they were checking like Facebook because they were worried that some religious people in the crowd maybe thought that I said Jesus or cheeses. Like, it was that day I realized how important it was on stage in front of like 10,000 people to be really careful about what comes out of your mouth, because even if it is like innocent, you know, you can still get into a lot of trouble. So that was the day I cut out G's out of my vocab. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to talk about tonight about like Auslan and sign language. There's a lot of miscommunication, like confusion. This is the sign for confusion. Let's all learn some sign language. So if you rub 4 fingers on the bottom of your chin, this means I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah. So there's a lot of this going on because there are many, many signs that have many, many meanings. For example, we have in New South Wales, in NSW, we have the sign for coffee, which is this. So you're actually grinding the beans. But in Victoria, we do the same sign, and it means car, like cranking an old car. So it's really interesting. It depends on where you are. The sign can take on a different meaning. I'll show you a few other examples. We have this is thirsty. And if you're a lazy signer like me sometimes, and you let your other fingers relax, that becomes horny, which is a very different word. And like in the middle of a sentence, all of a sudden you're talking about how thirsty you are, and the person you're talking to might get a very different meaning. Another common one is like lesbian and Lebanese. It's an L shape in front of your face, and if it happens really quickly, yeah, some people might think you're talking about lesbians, some people might think you're talking about Lebanese, and the whole conversation from that point goes on this tangent because of what you picked up from the sign. You know, that's why you've always got to check, and you have to make sure that, hang on, can I just clarify? Like, so we're talking about 2 lesbians who are thirsty, right? Yes, not 2 horny Lebanese people, you know, like, you know, everyone's different realities of one conversation. It's so fantastic. But I want to finish off my little 8 minutes here with so I performed the Alanis Morissette song. Yeah, I think I spelled it right. You ought to know by Alanis Morissette. And there's a line in it. You all know this song. How's it go? The cross I bear that you gave to me, you ought to know. So I thought the words were the cross-eyed bear, like the bear with cross eyes. And so my job as an artistic interpreter is to translate the words of the song so a deaf person can understand what it's about. And because I thought it was about a bear that had cross eyes, for maybe like 3 years, I was telling this story to deaf audiences about this cute little bear with cross eyes. And like only just recently, maybe like 4 months ago, someone told me it's no. It's about like, you know, Jesus's cross that you're carrying. The cross I bear this weight because of this guy. So it was very enlightening that day when I realized that Alanis Morissette's words were not about a bear, but it was actually religious reference. And so, yeah, it became cross-eyed bear into cross-eyed bear. So, yeah, once again, it's very important to check what's going on in the conversation. But yeah, a lot of singers don't have good diction. So, yeah, it's a little bit, what's going on?
All right.
How was that for a ramble? I just word vomited.
That was fantastic. I loved it. It's so nice to speak with you in two languages as well. And of course, you know, US Sign Language is different as well to Auslan.
Yes, ASL America is different to Auslan in Australia. One of the main differences is ASL has a one-handed alphabet, and Auslan has two-handed alphabet. But most of the language is similar because, like a chair looks like a chair, and a table looks like a table, and a tree looks like a tree. So, I mean, there are some differences depending on geographic location, but yeah, once you know like one sign language, you can kind of work out what they're talking about, because if you're a visual person, it's common sense. Yeah.